Hello friends, I welcome you in lecture number 9 on basic statistics. From this lecture onwards, we are going to discuss measures of dispersion or measures of variability. So in this lecture, we will introduce what is measure of dispersion or variability. So far we have discussed measures of central tendency, or we have discussed different types of averages. So why we need measures of dispersion in addition to the measures of central tendency, that we are going to discuss in this lecture. So as we have seen, measures of central tendency give us an idea of the concentration of the observations about this central part of the distribution. But if we are knowing the average or measures of central tendency alone, we cannot have a complete idea about the distribution, as it will be clear from the following example. That means measures of central tendency is not only enough to have an idea about the data. So we need some another measures of variation or measures of dispersion. So why measures of central tendency alone are not enough, that we will understand with the help of this example. So here we have taken three data. These are three ungrouped data, data number 1, 2 and 3. And in all these three data, there are 5 observations. Each data has 5 values or 5 observations. Now suppose we take sum of all the observations in data 1, 2 and 3. We can see this is 8 plus 7, that is 15. 15 plus 9, that is 24, plus 10 plus 11, that is 21. So here sum is 45. Sum of observations in data number 1 is 45, and we can find out mean of this data by taking sum of all the observations divided by total number of observations, which is 5. So mean of this first data is 9. Similarly, if we add this total, then this is also 45. You can check. So here also mean of this data is 9, and same thing for this. If we add all these values, sum is 45 and there are 5 observations, therefore mean is 9. So we have 3 data or 3 distributions in which there are equal number of observations, and for each data mean is 9. So from this we can have the idea that suppose we are asked to find a data whose mean is 9 and total number of observations are 5, then we might get confused, because here we have example of 3 distributions having the same mean value. Their mean is 9, equal number of observations. So suppose we are interested in the data with mean equal to 9 and number of observations equal to 5, then we may have several number of distributions having mean 9 and number of observations 5. So this information is not enough to have a complete idea about the distribution. For that we need some another measure of measure, and that measures are known as measures of dispersion or variability. Dispersion means, it is simple meaning of dispersion is variability or scatteredness. So scatteredness means how the observations are scattered. For example, if we check this, then here variation between these two observations, variation between any two observations in this data is less as compared to this data and this data. Here we can see the difference is 1, here difference is 3, and here difference is 4. So in this data, observations are more scattered as compared to this one, and in this data observations are more scattered as compared to this data number 1, or we can say that variability is higher in data number 3 as compared to 1 and 2, or variability is smaller in data number 1 as compared to data number 2 and 3. So how to decide the variability or scatteredness, or how to measure the dispersion of a particular data? So if we are familiar with the measures of dispersion, we may have another information about the given data. So this information is not enough. There might be several data having mean equal to 9 and number of observations equal to 5, but along with this measure, if we are familiar with the variability of the data, then we may have enough idea about the given distribution. So that is the reason why measures of central tendency are not enough, and why we need to study another measures which are known as measures of dispersion. So I have written all these things here in above 3 cases. The number n of observations is 5 and mean is 9. If we are given that the mean of 5 observations is 9, we cannot form an idea as to whether it is the average of first, second or third data or any other data. That means if we are given that some data has mean 9 and number of observations are 5, then this information is not enough. We cannot say that data will be data number 1, 2, 3 or any other data. There might be several data with same mean and same number of observations. So thus we see that the measures of central tendency are inadequate. They are not enough to give us a complete idea of the data or distribution. Therefore, they must be supported and supplemented by some other measures. One such measure is dispersion or variability, or another word is scatteredness. Literal meaning of dispersion is scatteredness. As I discussed, we study dispersion to have an idea about the homogeneity or heterogeneity of the distribution. Homogeneity means there is less variation in the data. If there is less variation or amount of scatteredness is smaller, then we can say that data is homogeneous. Otherwise, data is heterogeneous. Heterogeneous means amount of variation is more. So we can say that this data 1 is more homogeneous as compared to data 2 and 3, and we can say that data 3 is more heterogeneous as compared to data 1 and 2. So these two are new words, homogeneity and heterogeneity. Homogeneity means variation is smaller, heterogeneity means variation is higher. So in above cases, we say that the series or the data 1 is more homogeneous, that is less dispersed or less scattered than the data in 2 or 3. Or we can say that the data in number 3 is more heterogeneous or more scattered or more dispersed than the data in 1 or 2. This is 2. So this is the idea that why we study measures of dispersion and why measures of central tendency are not enough to have some information or to have an idea about the given data or given distribution. So measures of central tendency must be supported by some other measures, and that one such measure is measure of dispersion. So we have several commonly used measures of dispersion which we have listed here. Some commonly used measures of dispersion or measures of variability are as follows. One is range, then interquartile range, quartile deviation, mean deviation, variance and standard deviation. So these are the commonly used measures of dispersion or measures of variability. So from next lecture onwards, we will discuss how to compute these different measures of variability or measures of scatteredness or measures of dispersion. So this is all about this session. I hope you like it. Thank you very much.